All right, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites, and we come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as these United Snakes. All right, to wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and Speckled Bird. All right, to get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and come back home to the ordinances of the commandments of this Bible. All right, and fog, a little fog on my glasses. Okay, so first and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so on the way down here, I was watching the London camp. I don't. Looks like they're all together, and what are they doing there? There's holding the Shabbat, Salaki, the Pesach service, right? And it's beautiful. It's I really like listening to these guys talk, their accents and stuff, right? And it's amazing because really they're saying the same thing. We're all saying the same thing, but they're just saying it with a little British, a little Cockney here and there, and you know, their inflection is really cool to listen to. They're saying the same thing, and they're talking about the same people. On Yohana, they're on General Yohana right now, and right on point, but how they say it, right, how it comes out is, I like that. So anyway, and over there, I believe it's 12 hours. I used to fly to Switzerland. I was married to a woman for like 17 years over there, so I used to fly back and forth. And it's a long ass trip, so they're at least a half a day, which is 12 hours ahead of us, right? I believe, I can't remember, it's been some time, but wow, it's starting to rain a little bit. We'll put the poncho on. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's amazing to see. That's a reminder that this thing has gone to the four corners. So we're real close, right? Then shall the end come. Let's get that. It's in good old Matthew 24. I guess I'm going to put this Bible away since it's raining. Let's get this real quick. Then shall the end come. Where's that? It's 14. It's Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So when you see the brothers over here in London or England, wherever the hell they're at, right? They're pushing this word and they're comfortable. They've been doing this for a minute. They're veterans, right? And you see brothers that maybe you haven't seen before, new brothers, right, coming in. way back, that demon, Yakko Wacko, whatever his name was, he used to call him the English muffin, right? The English muffin, right? To let you know how far this thing goes back. But it's beautiful. Let me get inside this thing. It's just beautiful, you know. See all the camps, right? And different, all over the world. So it says, in this gospel, I'm quoting them, you know. This gospel shall be preached unto all nations, and then shall the end come to let you know how close we are to the end. All right. And I spoke on the end yesterday, and the end leads you into false teachers, and wherever the end. When you speak of the end, right? The end times. The first thing Yahushua said was, watch out for these false teachers. So you have to, if you're going to speak on the end and what time we're in right now, what are the signs? You start with false teachers. So, and that's where it went yesterday. And, you have a little rough idea of what you're going to speak on when you come out. Damn, my battery is low. Let me get that. It's Matthew 24. KJV. Thousand X. That's not it. Thousand X to the moon, baby. Baby. Fucking clown. Chris Green. The goddamn clown. So y'all can bear with me. Okay, so let me read that again. Okay, so Matthew 24 and 14 again. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So how close are we to the end, right? Well, I got a strike right after, I got a strike like 2 weeks ago. A week goes by, and then you can post again. I posted one day, got another strike. I appealed both of them, and they took one off. So a couple of more days on my main page, right? But that's going into the famine of the word. And this devil, doing what the devil does, right? The devil's business. This guy, Tex Watson, right, of the Tate LaBianca murders, right? He goes into Sharon Tate's house, and I believe it was Jay Sebring. He was dealing with Jay Sebring. He said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business." And that's Esau, the so-called white man. He knows he's the devil, and he's here to do the devil's business. So what is the devil's business right now? Trying to shut down his word, okay? Letting you know how close to the end we are. You know we're at the end when the famine of the word is here. So what are the signs? You got false prophets, right? Trying to steer away from them. But you got false prophets, you got the famine of the word, you got they're strike after strike, right? They're trying to shut this thing down. You got you got World War III. You got train explosions, derailings, and they're blowing shit up. We're clearly at war here. People don't understand that they can't see it. I mean, 3 trains a day, explosions and factories, where they make shit, steel fabrications, and where you can make tanks and oil refineries and stuff like that. These are the places that you hit before, the hot war starts. Why? So you can't resupply. So you can't continue to make tanks. Rosie the Riveter, right? When did Rosie the Riveter come about? Well, it was well into the war, and they had to get on a warlike footing. So all of the jobs became jobs to resupply the front. Hence, Rosie the Riveter, and building planes and tanks and shit like that. Well, you can't rivet a damn thing or make a damn tank if all of the factories are being targeted and destroyed. So who would be doing that? Who would be doing it? Letting you know that we're at war right now. So these are the signs of the end, right? Ottawa and Ratazah, that this is the last Passover. We say that every year, but hey, we're hastening the day. This is what we do. All right? So, but back to London. It's a beautiful thing. And what is this, 12-ish, so it's 3 on the East Coast, 3-ish, 3:30-ish, going on 4, and the sun will be going down in a couple hours over there, and they're going to start their Passover, and it's beautiful, it's a beautiful thing. And then later on tonight, in about 5-6 hours, we're gonna put that lamb on the barbecue and burn it up real good, right? Get the horseradish out and eat that thing in haste, and drink the wine and do the ceremony. And Lord willing, Ottawa and Ratazah, everything, is according to the Most High's will and beautiful in His sight. All right. This is what time are we in right now? This is Revelation 19. Okay. We'll get Revelation 19 and then we'll go to Ecclesiastes. So Revelation 19 and 11. Okay. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth 2 things. What does he doth do? Judge. We're in the time of judgment. And make war. We're in the time of war, and we're in the time of great judgment. And Yahushua is coming back. We're very close to this day. What day? When heaven opens and the angels and Yahushua come through from another dimension to whoop ass, which is judgment, by making war. The war in heaven. All right? Now let's go to Ecclesiastes. Salaka, real quick, let me get the angels. Revelation 19 and 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Well, wait a minute. The what? The armies. What are we dealing with here? We're dealing with war. And the war is for what? For judgment. Pursuant to Joel 3. And we'll get that. Let's get Ecclesiastes first. I'm wiping the phone out. Ecclesiastes 3. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to reap, a time to sow. Okay? Ecclesiastes 3:8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Well, that war comes along with what? What is the reason for the war? All right. In righteousness doth he judge and make war. Well, those two things go hand in hand. This is the phrase nowadays. We're in the time of great judgment. This is the phrase right now. Okay, where was I going? Joel. Let's go to the war. Why the war? Joel Salakia. Why the war? Well, let's let the scripture's going to explain it. Joel 3. Okay. Why is there going to be World War III? Because that's the judgment. The beginning of it, anyway. How do you judge a nigger? Well, the judgment has already been set. Now it's just execution is part of the... Well, I sentence you to death, right? Well, you went before the judgment seat, you've been found guilty, you're the devil. And what's your judgment? Death. So the Most High is going to put you to death. I'm going to read this in the NLT. Joel 3, and we'll start at 2. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? World War III, right? Right? Why? There will I judge, Salah. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing. So it is given you the sentencing for the judgment, the reason why. Okay? It's all in there. So the war deals directly with judgment, right? Hence, we're in the time of great judgment. How do you know? Well, look at the war. Well, what's going on? The Most High is gathering the armies together to exterminate the armies, the firepower, the strength, their might, their teeth. After you de-tooth or defang a lion or a snake, it's easy to put everybody else to death or to capture, to put them in captivity, right? Pursuant to, what is it, Isaiah 14? Let's get it. Okay. What is the result? What is the result of this? What do you do when you go to war? Well, you take captives. You take POW, prisoners of war, right? This is it Isaiah? 14. Isaiah 14, and start at the top, 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. This is after the war. We get set in our own land. We get our land back because we took it by force. And the saints shall take the kingdom, right? How? With the help of the angels in Yahushua, when they lay everything flat. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place in the house of Israel, shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. What does that mean? That means all the nations, you lost the war, and we took captive, we took POWs. We subjected everybody's in subjection. You're all, see, right now we're the POWs, right here in Babylon the Great, right? They took the shackles off, but the shackles are still on 2/3 mind. They don't understand what the hell is going on. You got niggas in the truth, call themselves doing the work. Really, they're working for a place in Esau's kingdom because they really secretively want it to continue on. Okay. But, hey, the handwriting is on the wall, right? Many, many tekel upharsin. So, here we are. Here we are at the end. Okay. We're in the time of great judgment. How do you know? The war. Right? And we're going to see these chariots a lot more. What chariots? War chariots. What happened during the see, Passover is a signal for what? For the war. What happened to Pharaoh? It was on some, well, let my people go. Well, you niggas get the hell out of Egypt. And then the hardening of the heart. And then the war. Well, I'm finna go heads up with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I really don't want to, but my heart is being hardened, which is your mind. You're being mind controlled into a futile situation. And we're watching that right now. Okay? The war is ramping up. And what's his name? Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky's right. If you niggas don't keep sending money and weapons, your son, Babylon, your sons and daughters are going to be in this war. Yep. He's right. He's right. We're going to see that very soon. Shit's going to escalate. The Most High's hardening these fools' hearts. They don't even know. Right? Babylon thinks they're setting the tone for the NWO. There ain't no the NWO, nigga, is Planet of the Apes, nigga. All right. I saw this. It was a image, right, of a bunch of Edomites pulling a wagon. The Edomites are chained. The Edomites are the horses for the wagon, right? It's just fucking beautiful. It reminds me of some Planet of the Apes type shit. See, back in the day, right? Movie called The Planet of the Apes. I believe it was 68, 69, right, when it came out. I remember being in the car with the family at the drive-in, right? There used to be something called a drive-in. You niggas don't know. You kids don't know about it. But and you put the speaker in the window, right? And you watch the movie, right? And then after the movie, then they make the cartoon, right? Remember the Jackson 5 cartoon? So they had the cartoon, Planet of the Apes. And that's the kind of shit, you know, that the apes had the Edomites, right? Pulling the wagon. We didn't understand what was going on. I guess it's gonna rain pretty good here. Back down the hatch. We'll stay out for a minute. If it ain't raining, It ain't training. Okay. So it is what it is out here. It is what it is. This thing is we're at the end. We're at the end of this thing. There's a bunch of famous quotes, right, in Israel. One of them is, we at the end of this thing. And the elder apostle, he says that, how do you do this? We're at the end of this thing, man. And it's beautiful. And a little rain don't hurt me, right? I'm trained. I remember green eggs and ham, right? Sam I am. You'd be out there and they bring you your chow, right? And it's raining. I remember just being so hungry and miserable. You get used to it. You're out there. It's raining on you, raining in your food. And you're like this. Oh, I'm just happy to have food. And we're eating. Fuck a little rain, right? You're out there so much in the rain. It just becomes normal, right? To the point where you're disappointed because it ain't raining. But I'm not gonna stay out here, you know. I injured my foot, and not just one foot, both feet, knees, and fighting at the age of 60. I don't recommend it, right? But what does it mean to endure until the end, motherfucker? There might be some fighting. You might have to fight your way out of a situation, and then put the rucksack on your back and hump another 20 miles in 2 days. I was letting up a little. So, I mean, it is what it is. You just want it to be over, so you do what is necessary out here. Let's read that. And my phone is about to die. Matthew 24:13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Who's that talking about? That's talking about the elect of Israel. And that's why we're out here being diligent and making our calling and election sure. All right? In season, out of season, in a little bit of rain. And if it ain't raining, it ain't training. I think I just saw some lightning. Hey, and as far as the fear of the Lord goes, right? Oh, you know what? The camera. I'm not even thinking about the camera. Sluck. Do I have a bag? Let's see. Whoa. Slock it. Let me try this. Let's see. So hopefully that works. All right. Can you see me? Picking up again. I'm not going to stay out here too long. I can, but it's not necessary. We still got what's important is the Pesach tonight, right? And not so much how long you can stand soldier, be a good soldier, right? But it is what it is. See how that camera acts. Forgot all about the bag. Where was it? Judgment. Okay. Great judgment. We're in the time of great judgment. We're at the end of this thing. Right? Lord willing, this is the last Pesach. And guess what starts tonight? Well, it's the Pesach and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So, and it's not just a physical thing. The Feast of Unleavened Bread is about purging all the leaven out of your house. Right? If the camera goes out suddenly, it's whatever, the rain,